All right. We got him, boys. We fucking got him, dude. Let's go, dude. How long's it been? Hold on. First, I got to do the intro. All right. My name's Derek. Come on with a podcast thing. I'm really bad at doing these things on time, but here we are.
Yep.
It's been a busy couple weeks. I finally got him. I got Nova Joe here.
Nobody Joe.
Nova Joe. Don't get it fucked up. It's been a long time coming, which is funny because we talk very often about a lot of different things. But today, specifically, so this is going to come out in a week, right? So we can probably talk a little more freely about it, I would say.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, because we're going to unveil it.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
So we had Gordo bring Big Ron, a.k.a. Ron Burgandy, dude, right?
Yeah.
And it is an absolute thug. It was always kind of a thug, but now it's an absolute unit. I don't think we can really, I don't know how many details we're going to divulge ever at all, right?
Yeah,
not many, right? It's a unit, and I'm here for it. Thing is sick. I love Gordo. The car came out amazing. So props to Joe because
thanks, man.
If you guys don't know, Ron Burgandy used to be Joe and his brothers. Was it X or Ultra?
We were in both.
In both.
Yeah, over the years.
Right?
Yeah.
And tell me a bit about that car when you guys had it.
So we got that car. Well, me and my brother were building a Mustang to run. You know, at the time, like no time small block racing was popular.
What year is this?
Like I would say 2012, 11, somewhere around there.
Yep.
So the moral to the story is we were building the car. It was just taking a while because we work on it nights and weekends only. And we saw the Monte Carlo for sale. It was a local guy had it. We knew the car. We knew it had good bones for, lack of a better term. And we bought it with the intention, well, my brother bought it with the intention of, we'll put it together, race it, it'll get it to run good, and then we'll flip it. And when the new car's done, it's like, as they say, like people like foster dogs. It was foster failure. You know what I mean? Like we bought this thing, like, yeah, we're going to flip it. Fell in love with it. Yeah. Stayed with it. Upgrades. Ended up getting the other car to a kind of rolling state. Sold it. You know what I mean? And
got him, dude.
Dude, so we don't look like a bunch of nuts. The mosquitoes are horrific,
dude.
Absolutely horrific.
And the day did not start out like that.
No, I don't know where. They're just everywhere.
Right.
Like it's bad. Really bad.
We got the door.
Yeah, well, we had the door open all day, and now it's like, oh, we're going to shut the door, but now they're just trapped in here, and there's no other food but me and Derek.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Right. But we're going to get them, dude.
The table. I did it.
No, don't worry about it.
I did it, but every time I watch it and he yelled at someone for touching the table, I'm like, I'm not going to do it, and then I did it.
Here's what I found out about the table. This thing.
Why is it like that?
It edits it all out. You don't hear the table touch in the fucking final cut. Yeah, I didn't realize this. You know what I mean? So I'm yelling at.
It sounds crazy.
It sounds wild.
It sounds crazy.
And I'm screaming at people like, "Yo, don't touch the table." Doesn't even matter. Yeah.
Sick.
All right, so you and your brother buy it. You guys fall in love with it.
Yep.
When did it get its name, Ron Burgandy?
When we painted it. So the car historically never did well. Like it went fast, but we could never win with it. We'd been to numerous final rounds, second place in the points, like all kind. Over the years, we could never take a winner circle picture ever.
Yeah.
We paint the car and we won the first race out.
Yep. Couldn't stop winning after you painted it.
Yep.
And
we exercised the demons, I guess.
And this was in X275 at the time.
This was Ultra.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we started in Ultra, went to X, and went back to Ultra when they allowed big blocks.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That was like a thing at like 2019-ish, 18, 19, somewhere around there.
Why? Big blocks weren't allowed in Ultra before 19?
They never, not with nitrous, motor only.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. When Ultra started out, it was small block nitrous or all motor or,
Right.
You couldn't run a big block with nitrous.
And so when it changed hands from you to Gordo, we could talk about that. So yeah,
kind of. Yeah.
It was the Ultra Street setup.
Yeah. He bought the car rolling. Everyone thinks like, oh yeah, that was it. We put his drivetrain in it.
Oh.
Yeah, he got the roller. The motor went elsewhere. I know nobody believes us, but that is the truth. The motor was sold before the car was sold. Like that's, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, someone local bought the motor and that went, and
because
we put his stuff in there. We put his stuff from the wagon, the Charlie Brown that he had before, or whatever,
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Got it. Okay, because I mean, it was essentially an Ultra Street setup that was in it when he had it.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
It was nothing crazy.
No.
And it ran well.
It ran decent.
Carbureted with a grid.
Yep.
And then,
Yep.
yeah, the thing ran its ass off. It was a cool car.
Yep.
And then I don't know what happened. I don't know whose decision this was, but Ron got a makeover.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
She got the whole deal was we wanted to be able to race it more places, so let's make it all steel, all glass.
And he wasn't interested in running
Right.
the class stuff.
Right.
Got
Correct. And like power plant wise, not much different, but it is at least we can race it now. And it's just some chassis stuff that it needed to be done for years, stuff that I wanted to do, that I wanted to fix, that was kind of not great, but it worked. You know what I mean?
It's funny you say it like that, because now that I think about it, everything you guys did to this car, it's still basically an Ultra Street car.
Yeah. And
Like all the upgrades that have been done to it, there's nothing.
right.
Like it's still stock frame. It's
Right.
all metal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stock suspension still, just, you know.
I would imagine
Just
it's
some
basically
updates.
what every Ultra Street and X275 car looks like now.
Yeah. Yeah. Chassis wise, yeah.
Huh. That is funny.
Yep.
Never realized that.
Yep.
So, you guys run a body shop in Long Island.
Yep.
And this whole racing deal is kind of a secondary thing to you.
Yeah, so my family owns a body shop for years. You know, like my father's third generation owner. So like we opened it. Well, my great grandfather opened it in 1948, and it's been generationally, you know, passed down. So I've only had one job my whole life, and it's working there.
Right.
So when I was a teenager, I decided I wanted to be a welder and build race cars full time, which I did at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to a point where I just decided I couldn't do it full time anymore.
Yeah.
It's tough. Maybe it's because our location is just the shop's too small to do a body shop and chassis work.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, to be completely honest, there's definitely more profit in collision repair
100%.
than building race cars.
If anybody tries to tell you otherwise,
They're full of shit, or they just don't know how to make. They don't know how to run a body shop.
Right.
So I figured I would give myself less stress by working full time at the body shop, and then getting another shop to work every other waking moment of my life that I'm not sleeping or at the racetrack.
So if you guys don't know Joe personally, right, this is how Joe's life goes. From what I can see from the outside looking in, is he works very hard for with his family, for his family, however you want to say it, right, at the body shop, right?
Yep.
You call him in the middle of the day, he's fucking actually working. Air guns and noise, shit happening, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, so I won't bother him during the day. He's obviously working pretty hard. Then you call him at night. You call him 8 p.m., 10 p.m.
What do you want?
I can't tell you how many times I called Joe at 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night thinking I might catch him on the way home. No, he is balls deep in working on somebody else's car. Yep. So, like, he makes it sound like it's a side gig. It's not. He just has two full-time deals.
It's terrible.
And it's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But you put out some amazing work.
I try. I don't know why. I only really do it because somehow I still like it. I don't know.
You got one. You got.
What do I got?
A
Skeeter?
Yeah, Skeeter, dude. You
got a heater, dude?
You got two of them. You got one of them on your arm.
Where's he at?
He's on the mic. Oh, you got him.
Got that, motherfucker. We're going to leave him right here.
Yeah, for his boys.
Let him know. You come over here, you get fucking dead.
This is what happens when you come around here.
That's what happens.
Yeah, so you put out some crazy work. I mean, you did Michael Lang's car.
Yep.
Hot Rod.
Yep.
You did a bunch of work to Tyler's car, Trick Bag, and probably all of Tyler's shit for that matter.
So I somehow end up working on just about anything that he has.
Well, Tyler,
to some degree.
You and Tyler are close.
Yeah.
Yep. And a ton of other cars, right? Anything that I should know about that I don't know about? Don't be modest.
I don't know. I've been working a lot of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of stuff is grudge stuff. A lot of stuff is no time stuff, and people don't want to know. So which kind of sucks because, and I'm not the guy that like posts a bunch of million things. Like, I just don't post everything I work on. People think I don't do shit because I don't post every single thing I do. You know what I mean? And maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should post more.
I struggle with the social media thing, right? Because like, me and you and Tyler and all these people. Well, Tyler posts a lot. I think I've seen him make 3 posts today.
Probably.
Yeah, but we do cool shit on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Right. As we're making trans brake nitrous rips.
Yeah, it's
right?
fucking cool.
Like at one point I start laughing to myself. I'm in the car alone and I'm like, dude, I was like changing my baby's diapers this morning. and now we're spraying the house down on this thing from the front, from the trans brake, right? And it's just a crazy life we live.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But at the same time, I don't want to show off. I don't really care. I'm not looking for work. I feel like you're the same way. You're not struggling for extra work.
No.
Right? And I don't want to seem like I'm just showing off.
I know. I get it.
Is that what it is?
I get it. Yeah. I'm just not that guy, you know?
But then I get on social media and I love seeing the shit that we're doing. Like other people.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Just post it more.
I'm doing that, dude.
That's me.
That's me.
I'm that guy.
I would love to see that. I don't know, man. It's a fucked up thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler warned me right before we did this podcast. Tyler's here. He's getting us some energy drinks, some C4s if you didn't know.
Yeah, definitely.
And Tyler warned me. He said, "Don't let Joe be modest." So we're gonna go right into it, right?
Well, I mean, yeah.
So Nova Joe, right? You either know him from one or two places, right? It's crazy, right? And I'm learning this as I go because we're kind of new friends, right? A couple years at this point, but like you either know Nova Joe from literally racing pro mods, right? Or you know Nova Joe from literally street racing in Long Island.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't. Yes, working on. But I'm not.
You got the dart.
I got the dart. Yeah,
You got the dart.
But I'm not gonna get on here and fucking lie and say that I'm known for being a street racer. I am known for working on and building cars that will go fast on the street. So yes, I've always been around it and always been at it. But I'm not a street driver. I will, but I'm not.
That's not your forte.
It's not my forte. That's Tyler's forte, not mine.
Tyler is a thug at that.
No doubt.
Okay, so you've driven both.
Yes,
right.
I have. Yes.
Which one is scarier to drive? I'm just gonna lay it out. I'm gonna sound like a homo saying it.
100%. The rowdiest shit to drive is a big tire, screw blown pro mod car at the racetrack. No doubt.
Like, so you're talking Jersey in the middle of the night, shit like that. Any of that type of stuff. You're saying big tire screw car
for me.
Yeah.
For me.
I'm just asking. This is a question I've always wanted to ask you, so I figured I'd ask you.
I guess because I mean, I don't know. Sometimes those cars make you think before you get in it. You know, you try not to think about it. But like you look at this thing and you're like, I'm gonna get in this fucking thing. Like, look at this thing. You know what I mean?
Literal missile.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
And then go out there and go 400 feet down the racetrack with the front end up in the air, you know, and it's like, I don't know. It sometimes just makes you think, you know, you don't want to make the wrong decision, you know, especially when you have something that carries the front end 400 feet.
Yeah, you can't even steer it.
You can't even steer it. So it's like, all right, if it starts drifting left, how much am I going to stay with this thing? You know, is it going to set the front end down at some point? But let me not turn the wheel because the front end's up. Let me hold this bitch straight, even though it's going to the wall. You know, like it's pretty cool.
Dude, that's gnarly.
It's wild. Yeah.
It's very rare that you get to hear that perspective of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because the guys that are usually driving those cars only drive those cars. So you talk to them and they're like, yeah, it just, you know, goes out there and does its thing.
Yeah, and sometimes a lot of guys, you could definitely like, having driven these cars and like feeling what they feel like and stuff happens, 100% you can tailor your story to be like, yeah, man, I felt this and that and then got out of it. Like, meanwhile, you just fucking didn't know where you were and just let off the front. Like, you could literally get lost.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid to say, but you could be in that car and have no idea where you are because they cover so much ground so quick.
What do you mean? Physically on the racetrack, you don't know where you are?
Yeah, you think you're letting off at 300 feet and you're at the 8th. Like,
no shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
I'm telling you, dude, they are so fast. It's stupid. Like, it could easily happen.
And you've got a lot of laps in them, right?
I've got quite a bit of laps.
Would you say you're used to it?
I'm comfortable in them. Yeah, I'm definitely comfortable in them for sure.
And you could still get lost in them.
Yeah, you could definitely, like, anyone who tells you that, you know, especially someone who's pretty new that says, like, no, man, I felt, you know, this and that. They're full of shit.
They're full of shit.
Yeah.
Dude, gnarly.
My opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you've driven them all.
Yeah.
Have you driven a turbo pro mod?
I have not.
Oh.
The only turbo car I've driven is my piece of shit Mopar.
No way.
That's it.
Somebody get this man in a turbo pro mod for Christ's sake.
Screw blown shit is that's the jam right there.
So
dude.
you
that thing is rowdy.
You single-handedly got me hyped on screw blower stuff.
Sick.
Right? So if you go to the racetrack, everything's screw blown now, and it's cool. You don't
cool.
like
it's awesome because it's cool to see, but it was like way cooler when you went to the track and there was 200 cars and you're like one of 3 with a screw blower on it. Like when we were running Radio versus the World, there was not many of them.
Because you won Radio versus the World.
I did.
And
Lights Out 8.
Yep.
2017. February 2017.
In what car?
Out. In Eddie Whalen's 2006 GTO.
Yep.
Thing was sick. Which now Nick Schroeder has.
Right.
And runs Outlaw 10.5 sometimes and Pro 75.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, whatever he
Still a screw in that thing.
Yeah, similar deal.
Yep. And I remember you telling me when you do a burnout, you're like, dude, that thing is less than 5%.
It's like no fucking throttle.
And he was like, dude, that thing is like less than 5%, and you could literally burn out until you
don't feel like burning out anymore. Like it'll just keep going.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
On big tires, it'll be like that too.
Dude, you could just keep it going. It's so stupid how much power they make. Like immediate. Like they make
Skeeter.
Oh yeah. They make like.
Come
on, man, he's fast. Those things make like a pound of boost at idle.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Dude.
It's wild.
It's so insane.
Yep.
Will a nitrous car burn out for that long?
Not my experience.
No.
And you know what's crazy is to me, like driving a Pro Charge car is like halfway in between. Like you got to give it some throttle to get it to do a burnout. You know what I mean? Whereas the blower car, the screw blown car is like that much.
That's sick.
Well, look at a Pro Mod car or a Radio versus the World car, and they're doing a burnout. The blades don't even look like they're open.
So since you said that to me, I never really like.
Look at them. It's like they're not even open.
Dude, so you see them like
barely. Yeah, then, just clap it once. That's what I would do. I would clap it once and then just. Whoop.
And then they're barely open.
God damn it!
You won't even hear it. Don't even worry
about
that
one.
Yeah, you won't. Yeah, dude. That is. I don't care to drive any car in the world. Right, I literally no desire.
Just do a burnout one. It's like almost the most fun part.
I want to drive like
just do a burnout one. It's sick.
That's all I want to do in my life. And you said the screw stuff is extremely smooth.
Like, as far as
power delivery, like when you let go of the button, they're just like
it's powerful, but it's not like there. You know, it's not like a nitrous car. You can feel like kids turning on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's smooth, linear power.
That's crazy.
Fancy term.
So tell me the Pro Mod, the RVW Pro Mod cars that you've driven. Mm-hmm. Tell me that. I want the list.
So I've driven that GTO. I would say most known for that car.
Was that your first Pro Mod, Pro level car?
Yeah, for sure.
Was
that
an
awesome opportunity I got from Ed to run that car. It was awesome. He's a good guy.
Yep.
We had a lot of fun racing that car.
And this is the Ed from the Salemis?
Yes.
Okay,
Same
got
guy.
it.
Yep.
Got it.
So we ran that for a couple of years, and then it bounced around a little bit. Then he got a 275 car that I raced, was a nitrous car, like a 4th gen Camaro. Sold that. Then we bought the orange split bumper car, which I think you've maybe saw, our Pro Mod car.
I don't know.
So it was one like we bought, meaning me, my dad, my brother, we bought ourselves, and we were partners with Ed as far as a drivetrain, and raced that a little bit, and then that ran good actually. We only had about 8 runs on it with the screw combo, and it went 365. Come on, man, 365 back in 2020 or 21.
I'm gonna have to put a Skeeter counter on the
dude.
screen.
It's really bad. I wish you guys could see how awfully bad it is, but
it's not that bad. There's like 3 or 4, but they're good.
There's like 300.
They're like really good Skeeters.
Yeah, they get past. I'm all itchy now. I need a shower. But so we ran that for a little bit, and then I ended up racing Fletcher's. What was that? Like a 2019 body or 2018 body Camaro. Same thing, screw blown car.
Yeah.
Which only unfortunately lasted about 3 races for me. I raced it at Yellow Bullet 2021.
Yeah. How'd you guys do?
We had a lot of fun and ran good. We qualified well. And then, first of all, it's never good when you ask, how'd you guys do? And you're like, well, we had fun. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, we didn't win.
The key part is we had fun.
We had a great time. Yeah. We had a bad crank sensor first round, and I let the button go, and it said, burp, 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 burp. That was it.
Yep, sick.
So, like, we stayed over and tested the following day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And got it sorted out. Then from there we went to Shakedown when it was at Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And this was awesome that the rotator broke.
The tracks.
The rotator broke.
Yep.
And I think the box dragger broke also. And an Ultra Street car, I don't want to name names, but I think it might have been a turbo 6-cylinder car, blew the transmission up on the starting line.
Okay.
And they had to scrape it like bald.
Okay.
The left lane. Okay. And they had no provisions to put rubber back down on the surface. This was like second round or third round.
Yeah.
This happened. So from that point forward, it was a 1-lane racetrack. If you lost lane choice, you lost the round.
Yeah.
And I had to race Jim Halsey second or third round, which is awesome, by the way, to be able to race. Like, it's cool. For me, like, when you line up against some of these guys, I'm like, this is so cool that, like, these are guys I watched when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Racing
Halsey.
against
Yeah.
it's
Halsey.
Yeah.
Dude.
Awesome guy. The
Right.
man. Cool cat.
And you're cool with him still.
Hell
to this
yeah.
day.
Awesome guy. So, went out, shook, had a pedal it. We actually mostly made it down the track. Like,
Yep.
caught it quick, but it just got outran. You know, whatever. So we lost there.
Was Halsey was he a front runner like he is now?
Hell yeah.
Because Halsey shows up now and he's a bad motherfucker.
Hell yeah. This is 2021. So, whatever. Season's done.
Yeah.
Because at the time, Fletcher was still playing. So,
Playing football.
his season was always done. Usually, Yellow Bullet was his last race of the year. And he can only race there because he only lives a half hour from the track. You know what I mean? So,
I didn't realize he was that close to Cecil.
yeah. So, his season's done. Cool. So now our first race is next March. So March of 22, we're going to race Midwest Pro Mod Series.
Mm-hmm.
First race at XRP in Texas.
Yep.
Cool. Go out, test. Place is nice track. It's a little narrow, but nice track.
Yep.
Fast track. Windy as hell because there's not a good goddamn thing around it.
Yeah, it's flat.
Flat in wide open space. There's nothing around it. You spin
Right.
around in a circle, you see nothing.
Right.
Last qualifier, that's when when I wrecked it, but not really my fault. Drive shaft broke.
Okay.
Piece of the drive shaft came out, took out the right rear tire, spun it around and put me up on my side and into the wall, and good times, you know. So that was the end of that car.
I want to talk about that.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
How scary was it?
Honestly, I don't want to be like a rugged tough guy. It's like I wasn't scared. I wasn't really scared. The only thing I looked at is like, it was crazy. As like the car, it wasn't very violent. Like the car, like it got sideways and the wind kind of took it. So kind of like,
Because you're going.
yeah, and it kind of went up. And I'm like, my first thought was when I went up and it went up on its side and I couldn't really see where I was at for a moment. I was like, oh no, I hope I'm not like one of these videos with like the car going over the scoreboards
Dude.
right now. I'm like, I hope I'm not 40 feet in the air. I'm
Right.
like, that would be not good.
Right.
But then like it landed quickly after on my side. And I'm like, okay, there's all sparks coming through. So I know I'm on my side, on this side. You know
You're
what I mean?
on the driver's side?
On the driver's side, yeah. So it was all sparking up and shit. And now I could see out the windshield and I see it nose the wall. But when it nosed the wall, I seen it knock the blower hat off. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, ooh, that hat's like 6,500. That sucks. You know? So I'm like, why? But then like I saw it split the fuel cell open and I see fuel pouring out of it. And
You're
I'm sliding, yeah.
Yeah, you're flying.
So now I'm like sliding on my side. And now I hear on the radio, I got Salemi talking to me. He's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm in here. I'm like, this is great. Like, it's funny because I talked to him after and he's like, I couldn't wait anymore. I had to like say something. So I'm like, I'm still sliding. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. You know, like he was making fun of me later. He's like, yo, man, you sounded like your voice is a little strained. I'm like, yeah, I'm just like on my roof, like sliding, trying not to, hopefully not go on fire.
How far into the track were you? How far into the pass were you when
Oh, a good 450 feet.
So you're going 160
I still
mile
went
an hour.
377. I went 173, I think, through the lights, but sideways.
So you're seeing the hat blow off, the fuel cell split open.
Yeah,
You've
dude.
got to be hauling ass.
They're still cooking pretty good. And it stopped on its side. So I had to crawl out the passenger. The only thing that was left was, the passenger door wasn't even there. Where the passenger door was, I had to crawl out the passenger side, you know? Like there was no body left on the car at all. Maybe a part of the quarter panel. That's
yeah,
it.
something that was bonded
Nothing.
to the car.
There was
right?
nothing left. Not one panel. Gone.
And how do you come back from that, dude? How do you just be like, well, Let's try it again.
I know. So that car had multiple incidents
Previous to that?
previous, and Fletcher just decided he's seen enough. He's like, maybe I don't know, maybe this car just doesn't like me. And the guy who bought it, someone bought it, fixed it, and has been racing it, and they've been doing okay with it. So.
Hasn't been wrecked.
Nope.
Good.
Nope.
Good to hear.
Yep.
But how do you as a driver just shake that off?
I can tell you this much. I left Texas. That was Saturday, I think. Sunday. Maybe it was, I don't remember which day of the week. We'll call it Saturday.
Okay.
And the following Thursday, so less than a week later, I was at Fayetteville driving Gordo's wagon for the first time, which was hilarious.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Like 4 days later. Now, granted, not nearly the caliber of car, but still.
I don't think that matters.
Fayetteville's a little, sketchy, decent track, but not great.
Yeah, I just like, if it were me, I don't know. Like I came to terms with it years ago. I'm not built for driving.
Yeah.
Right. You clearly
yeah,
are.
well, yeah. I just like being at the track. I like to drive. I feel like I am pretty good at it.
Yeah, you're good at it.
You know, I guess it's coming from bracket racing. I've always been a firm believer that the best drivers come from bracket racing because everything's consistency, repeatability. You can't be a good bracket racer if you can't hit the tree.
Right.
Like, you're never going to beat anybody if you can't hit the tree. So that's like number one.
Right.
And a lot of these guys can't go out and hit the tree. And that's like, dude, that's half the race. I mean, it's literally half of it.
Yeah.
Leaving on time.
I would say it's
So
more
it has
than
to be
half.
at least half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could have a fast car, but if you're 140 on the tree religiously, you're going to get donkey stomped all the time.
Every single time.
Every time. You're going to get wore out.
Right.
Doesn't matter how good you are, how much you can stay with it and not fucking wreck. You know, none of that matters if you can't leave on time.
Right. That's all secondary to
It's all secondary to being able to
leave.
stage. How many guys that you've dealt with over the years, just, it is what it is, still can't fucking stage.
Yeah. It's almost it's like the bane of my existence, right? Because and I've talked to you about this. I've actually had you help me with drivers, right? Because like, I'm in a unique position where, like, I'm not a driver. Like, I don't think I can do better than you, and not you, but anybody, right? I do not think you could put me in a car. I'll show you how to fucking do it. No, I won't.
Yeah.
I will not show you how to do this. So, like, I feel like it's tough for me to be like, yo, dude, like, you gotta fucking be better, bro.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, how? And I'm like, well, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know because I'm not that good at it either.
Yeah.
But somebody is.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's but yeah, it's like the heads up racing, drag racing. Somebody told me once that drag racing is won in the pits.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
I think it's one in the shop.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's one before you ever get out there. So like, for me, like, just the inconsistency of a human on the starting line is like the bane of my existence, right? Because if they go in 6 inches too deep, right, it fucks the whole run up.
Everything.
Right? I'm wondering where the two numbers went. It should have picked up two numbers. It slowed down a number. I'm like, where did these numbers go? And then I look at a video and I'm like, I think they went in deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's such a bullshit cop-out.
It is. It really is. It really is.
God damn.
I got you guys exactly what you asked.
Tyler is
Crumpled
back.
Bags. Yep.
I got you guys exactly what you asked.
Here we go. Look
They
at
only
that.
have one, so you get that.
Let it, if you want to try this?
I do.
I know you like the blues. So.
I'll drink the blue. You can have that.
Jesus
I'm a nice
Christ.
guy. Here we go.
What else you got?
Here we go.
What else you got?
Then what you guys want?
Yo, come on, dude.
Glizzies on camera?
I'm gonna eat that live, bro.
That's what you guys wanted.
Dude, I mean, I don't usually chew with a glizzy, but now I'm gonna have to fake it with on the camera. You know what I mean?
You got a fork and knife.
That's
Ridiculous.
That is to the T a liquefied airhead.
It's ridiculous.
It's a liquefied airhead.
It's ridiculous.
Holy fuck.
Better slip that boy slow. Put some hair on your chest.
Yeah?
It's good shit.
It's gonna alter me.
It's amazing.
Hold on, let me get one more.
It's really good, isn't it?
One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. you could take one sip of this and know it's not good for you.
Oh yeah, it's delicious though.
Like I'm not even. I don't need to read the side of the can to know this is very bad.
It's all zeros, man. Everything's fucking zero.
I don't give a fuck what you try to tell me right now.
Fucking zero down the board, bub.
There's
fucking zero.
There's a list of ingredients I can't pronounce.
Don't worry about the fine print. It's the everything's zero. You're good,
dude. All right, I'm about to be on the chip. I guarantee it. The gates are about to be pinned, dude. Enhanced endurance, explosive energy you can feel.
Oh yeah, it's good shit.
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah. So I work with a lot of, I'm not going to say shitty drivers, just drivers that need work.
Yeah, it happens.
It is what it is.
It's just what it is. Because I feel like what happens, and this is just me being completely honest, with heads up racing, a lot of times guys will go out and get good equipment and just go racing, but like they never started from the bottom and really learned how to race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like someone who started with like a bracket car and went out every weekend and tried to run points, you know, whatever.
Right.
And then like worked their way up, almost always is a better driver, in my opinion.
Not only are they a better driver, they're a better racer all around. And I'm not going to get too specific because I don't want this to come across I'm talking about any certain people. But I had this conversation recently with a customer that, you know, like I don't even know that this is true for you, but I can almost guarantee it because of the way that you carry yourself racing, right? But like the guys that come in and immediately race at a high level versus the guys that have fucking trailered their car on an open trailer with a fucked up Chevy 1500.
Yep.
You can tell.
Oh yeah.
Just by talking to
100%.
them. Right?
Yep.
I don't know what that is.
Yep.
But the guys that come in that have enough budget or have the means to race at a higher level, they're different.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird.
Yeah.
Right? Because I didn't come from any type of money or anything like that. So like all of my shit, like when I had my Nova, dude, it was literally a gas 2500 on a 1977 Dragstar. That was the trailer. Yeah.
That's awesome.
With a bent axle. You could probably get about
badass.
400 or 500 miles out of that one tire.
I love it.
Yeah. But I remember, trailering this thing to fucking Maple Grove, check engine light on in the truck. I'm stopping at parts stores, fixing the fucking truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck the race car. The truck can't even get to the track.
I'm not even sure I can get home now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, and then I work with these guys that are just like, they made enough money where they're like, stackers and like right away. And like, you can tell, dude, it's a weird situation. And I'm not hating.
No.
Right? Because like if my kids want to get into drag racing and I'm in the position to be able to afford like that level of like, dude, I'm not going to send my kids out in a fucked up 1500, right? No. We're going there with a stacker, dude, because I can afford it.
Yep.
I just wasn't in that position when I grew up, right?
100%.
Is that the case with you?
It is, yeah. And then there's also that rare instance, and maybe not even rare instance, I'll just say, for me, I've found, just because I do dabble in tuning sometimes with some people, so I'll go tune people's cars. And
you're good at it.
So I deal with people a lot. So I will say that what I've found is that, and I've kind of stood by this for years, people either got it or they don't. Like, and what I mean by that is there are some guys that will off the rip get in a car and they can just drive. And you're like, oh, wow, this guy's fucking good.
This guy's got it.
And then there's other people that have been doing this shit 30 years and they still look like they're all fucking thumbs up there.
Yeah.
And it's just what it is. And I don't know how you can make it better. I just feel like some people have it or they just don't.
One guy that, when you say that, the guy that I think about, and I think this is true, I don't think this is just the social media, is Fletcher.
Dude, guy's killing it.
Dude, bad motherfucker.
He's killing it.
And it's funny, right? Because throughout all these years, he's had these cars, this program, he couldn't drive.
Yes.
Right? And then I have to assume people started to think a certain way about that.
Of course.
And then he gets into this fucking...
People get on the internet and say all kinds of dumb shit.
Right.
And that dude just went out there and shut everybody up immediately. I love it.
Training day...
Yeah.
that's a bad motherfucker.
It's a bad motherfucker.
Right? And that's a sick name for a race car.
Yeah, it is.
And he gets in that thing and he makes some laps.
Yep.
And it is fucking impressive.
Yeah, that's a fast car, man. I can tell you, Phil has that thing. Phil Schuler, that is, has that thing lined out, man.
Yeah,
that's a bad dude.
That's a bad program over there.
Yeah, Fletcher's doing a great job driving it.
Unbelievable.
You know, and it's not that it's not that he hasn't driven before. He has, just not in like 13-ish years. 13. It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
So he has raced when he's younger.
Oh, so I know almost.
Before his NFL contract, which obviously you can't drive a race car.
It's probably literally in the contract.
It probably literally is, and I just know that he certainly wasn't. Even, let's just say if it was or wasn't, he definitely wasn't going to chance it. That's for sure.
Yeah,
but still, to not race in 13, 14 years and step in a car like that.
Well, even 13 years ago, was he racing at this level?
Not that fast.
No,
even like low fives. You know.
Yeah,
which is fast.
Yeah,
but not 390s.
No,
on 10.5s,
bro.
You know.
So
we went out, we went to Rockingham, made a bunch of runs. We made like 15 or 16 runs in 2 days, maybe more. Made a bunch of license passes. He made a couple motor passes, and then Phil started them off. We're running on, let's try 3 systems, then we'll do 4, right. Then we'll, and he was not trying not to slam the lockup in on him, right. Kind of just. But then we went to Virginia.
For PDRI.
Yeah, for PDRI. Even there, he was still doing things.
He made some solid laps there.
Yeah, and then we went and tested last week when PDRI was supposed to be at Ohio.
Right.
VMP had a test session, so we went there and tested for 2 days just to make more runs.
Yep.
And it was hanging the front end down. He was doing a good job.
So you had posted one video of him making a pass that was significant to you.
Yes.
That I don't think a lot of people understand the significance of. Can you explain that?
So you're talking about the in-car where I said, okay.
Yep.
So
first of all, what did you post? What is it? Tell me the whole deal.
So you're talking about the one where I was talking about his eyeballs?
Yes, because I thought this was...
Yeah. So, all right. So you can see through his visor.
Well, hold on. So you posted...
It's an in-car video. Yes.
Right? So he's got a 69 Camaro, black 69 Camaro that he runs in Pro Street. This is Fletcher Cox we're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
This is the first car that he's started driving since he stopped playing football on a professional level.
Correct.
And Phil Schiller tunes it. It's a big, I don't know if we can say the size of the motor. It's a big motor.
Yeah, it's a Musi motor.
It's a Musi 5.3 bore space deal and lots of nitrous. Very nice car. The car is called Training Day, which is the coolest fucking name for a black 69 Camaro. Yeah. And I get it. The Training Day car was like a 78 Regal.
Yeah.
But go fuck yourself. Yeah, this thing is still
sick.
Right.
Yeah,
so sick, right?
Yeah.
And so Joe, just like, at the beginning of the show, we were just saying how he doesn't post much. So when he posts something, you want to look at it, right? And he posted an in-car video of Fletcher making a pass in this car.
Yes.
And it's cool, right? Fucking A, it's cool. The thing's going 390s. Of course it's cool. Yep. But talking to Joe about it afterwards makes it even cooler. So I want him to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so like you can look through his visor and you can see when my man lets the button go from the time before he stages to letting the button go to pulling the parachutes, his eyes don't change. Now, I mean, that may seem a little crazy, but like everyone, at least for me, everyone's seen the picture of like, you see like the track photographer picture and like you could see like a picture at night and you could look through the car and see, and you see like someone that, they let it's a launch picture. And at the like exact time where they let the button go, their eyes are like this big. They're like, holy shit, like, wow. And like for me, people that happens to probably just aren't great drivers. Like and then you see other pictures where you see people and their things, front ends up, you can see they're off the button, whatever, and their eyes are just deadpan. Like they know what's going on. You know what I mean? They're not like the car leaving isn't like they're not bouncing their head off the roll cage. Even him, you see, he lets the button go. His head's not like some of these guys you see in car videos and they're like, holy shit, like you know what I mean? He don't move.
And that wasn't the cleanest pass.
No.
He was driving
it. Yeah. Front end up, doing all kinds of shit.
The car made some moves. So like
it's not like it's on autopilot. You know what I mean? The thing is, It's making runs.
Sometimes that car is on autopilot.
Yeah.
It,
Of course.
well, it looks like from the starting line
Sure.
at least.
Yeah.
But that pass, you could see from the back.
No, he's driving it.
It's moving.
He's driving it.
And you see him just unemotional.
That's it.
And he's just wheeling it.
Yep.
And like, I can kind of pick up on that kind of stuff, right? But then after talking to Joe about it, I'm like, damn, Fletcher is a bad motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
Like, he is really cut out for this deal.
Hell yeah. I mean, people have had different opinions leading up to this, talking to people about people that ask me like, hey, what do you think? How do you think? And I'm like, I think it's going to be fucking nothing for him, to be honest with you. I was like, the biggest problem, at least from my opinion, half the battle with driving these cars is being nervous. Like if you're nervous, you're thinking about shit, you can't perform well when you're super nervous.
Right.
That's the most least nervous guy on the planet. Like, you don't become a professional, not only just an NFL player, but like a decorated NFL, Super Bowl winning.
Right.
Stadium
filled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to that level if you're a bundle of nerves and you're all thumbs.
Yeah. That's
like,
fucking facts, dude.
You know what I mean? So, like, the dude knows how to get himself in the zone where I know how to focus and block everything out. You know what I mean? And focus on the task at hand.
I would love to see heart rate data on that dude.
Yeah.
I bet you his heart
Ice
rate.
cold.
Ice fucking cold.
Guaranteed.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yep.
That is so sick.
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Did you know he was going to be a bad motherfucker driving before he drove?
I had a very good feeling.
Because of his previous life?
Yeah, that's been my theory the whole time.
No shit.
Yeah, that he's going to be just fine.
How did you get hooked up with him? Because that's a crazy relationship.
Yeah. So through John Salemi, actually. So how it all started was he needed a driver for Yellow Bullet, that first race that we talked about before, in 2021.
Yep.
He needed a driver. His driver couldn't make it, had, work obligations.
Whatever.
And couldn't make it. So he needed a driver. And
you didn't know him at all?
I've talked to him here and there at the track, but not like I know him now.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
yeah, I've seen him, hey, what's up? But not like, not talk to him like almost every day like I do today.
Yep.
Like current, But so he needed a driver. John was like, I got a guy, yada, yada, yada. And that's kind of how that went, When that was the first race. I flew down to where he kept the car out at the time and made sure I fit in it because I'm a big dude, man.
Yeah,
like I don't fit in everybody's car,
Right.
So I went down there, made sure I fit in it. Everything was good. And that was it. Came up here and, went to Cecil when I say up here. But that was it. I made some rips.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's cool. Fletcher's the fucking man.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Awesome, dude.
I don't know football at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Dude, collectively, I might have accidentally watched 15 minutes of football total in my life. Right.
Yeah.
Like it might, I might walk in and have like seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm race car.
Yep. I get it.
And Fletcher, dude, I walk into this dude's pit.
Yeah.
Just like chilling.
Yeah.
He's
grab a chair.
He's like, yo, what up?
Yeah. You thirsty? Grab a drink.
What up, man? How are nice rip, dude. He's like, thanks, bro. You know what I mean? And then I'm walking away. I'm like, I keep forgetting, like, because I only know him from the racetrack, right? But he's a bad dude all around.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. It's insane. I almost think it's worse now. Like sometimes the fans are wild, dude.
I see it.
Holy shit.
I've only seen some respectable ones.
And it's crazy.
I bet.
I get it. I get it. But
every time I've seen him handle it,
God damn.
he seems to handle it like a professional.
Yeah, but like the last race rat, like he's literally in front of his car, like all the way up in the pit in a chair. He's asleep. Dudes come up and they wake him up. Like, yo, man, can I get a picture? He's like, I was sleeping.
But let's do it
Dude,
now.
You gonna come wake me up?
All right.
Like, that's crazy. I'm never waking anybody up unless it's like life or death.
They're on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know this guy. You can come shake him and wake him up? That's crazy.
It's crazy that people have the balls to even walk into their pits
It's
because
insane.
even like me, as like a fellow racer,
Yeah.
I'm always kind of hesitant and be like, I don't know, man. I don't want to go around the front of the car. Like that's personal
Some people
space.
are wild. Like, dude, I get it. You know what I mean? He's cool. Take a picture. He'll do the whole anything you want. But like, if you come by and like he's sleeping,
Literally
or like
sleeping.
working on the car,
Right.
you can't think that like that he's gonna tell you like, hey man, can you come back? You know, like if I'm working on this car or
Right.
doing what, like that's I'm
Wrenches
busy.
in hand.
Yeah, like I'm gonna put these wrenches down. I'm gonna take a picture, and then I'm gonna forget what I was doing, and then it's gonna tear my shit up when I don't tighten up whatever I was working on. Or now him behind the wheel, I'm gonna fucking hurt myself because yeah, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you have to know that like probably not a good time.
Yeah.
You got to read the room sometimes. You know what I mean?
I don't know, dude. People
And then the people come over and say the craziest shit. Like, yo, man, I hate the Eagles. I'm no Eagles fan, but can I get a picture?
Get the fuck
That's
out of here, dude.
All the time, he's like, no. You know, people look at him crazy. Like, that's a crazy thing to say.
So,
You know?
is he from the area?
No, he's from Mississippi.
Oh, no shit. But most of his football career was with the Eagles?
All of it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Is that unique?
Kind of. Yeah, for like 12 years. That's a lot.
From what I
12
understand,
seasons,
they
yeah.
all, like, professional
People bounce
athletes, they
around.
just bounce around.
Yeah.
So for him to be decorated, and so he's good at what? He's
Very good.
Oh, so he's good at football.
Fuck yeah.
He's good at the footballs.
Fuck yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
So for him to be good and stay at one place,
Yeah.
is fucking unique. It seems
Really
like,
unique. Yeah.
dude, that's sick.
Really unique.
I don't know, because he liked it there.
I'm sure a little bit of both liked it there, and
They
they
paid
liked
him,
they
yeah.
liked him, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they compensated accordingly. You know,
Yeah.
liked his teammates and shit. I'm sure. You know,
That's
a little bit of
sick.
everything.
Fuck yes, dude.
I know. I've talked to him about it. I know that was a goal of his to try and stay with one team the whole and not
That
bounce
doesn't.
around. Because not for nothing. I mean, who the hell wants to go buy a house and then move? Oh shit! I guess I got to move to fucking wherever. You know,
Right, right.
I
And
got to
hope
go
I
to
don't get-
Ohio. or,
Hope
you
I don't
know?
get traded again.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a crazy life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's looking at this drag racing shit like, oh, this
Yeah.
is like,
Yep.
oh, I got to be 4 states over in 2
No
days.
big
He's
deal.
just like, whatever,
Yeah,
dude.
no big deal.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yep.
So what's next for you?
At the current moment, I am helping him, so I'm going to all the rest of the PDRA races with him. Probably the exception of Michigan. I don't think we're going to Michigan.
Like
To,
the team's not
131.
going?
Yeah, I don't think so. He's got prior obligations that weekend, but I'll be at all the races with him, helping him.
You're not driving right now.
I'm not driving his stuff at the moment, just because he's racing his own car, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
you know,
sick.
I'm not mad at all.
And it's fucking
It's
sick.
his
that-
stuff. He's spent a lot of money on stuff. If he wants to fucking drive it, fucking drive it.
and
Like,
he's doing a good
he's
job.
doing a great job.
How are his lights?
Good, not bad, not bad.
Sick.
He's chipping away. Every race we go out, it's getting a little better. He's getting more consistent staging, and he's doing good.
Sick.
But like, it's the type of deal where you can give him feedback, and he's like doesn't get upset about it. Like some of these guys, you can give him feedback, and they're like, "No, I'm fucking good." Like you'll give him feedback, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna fix that," and he'll go out and then he fixes it. You know,
Yeah.
like, hey man, when you went in the beat, maybe you could do this or that, whatever. Oh, okay, you might have went in a little deep. Oh, okay, cool. And then the next run, fixed.
Right. I
great.
gave him one piece of advice, and I feel like he listened to me.
Yeah.
And it was his burnouts were sick, and keep doing them.
Yeah,
'Cause he
burnouts are really good.
He does.
He's doing good
some
burnouts.
sick burnouts.
Dude, really good burnouts.
And I honestly think that was like the first real conversation. I'm like,
I tried
hey,
to tell him, I'm like, dude, burnouts are fun, man. You're gonna see. They were like fucking
dude.
half the fun. You know what I mean?
I remember coming up to him. I haven't really spoken to him ever, right?
Yeah.
I like, hey, how are you, right? And I'm like, dude, your burnouts are sick. I don't care what any of these assholes tell you. Don't change a thing. And then Joe's just like, no, his burnouts are perfect. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's doing great. What else for me? I'm going to. We're now going to run all Ronnie.
What's the
Go out and
official
test
name
it.
of Ron right now?
It's Ron Burgandy, dude.
It's always going to be Ron.
Gonna be Ron. But
We
this
can
is
have
It's like when you have a dog. And
We
like
have
the dog's
nicknames.
name is
Yeah.
this,
Right.
but it's also fucking 10 different names. You know
because
what I mean?
there's ASAG Ronnie.
Yeah, exactly, Ronnie, which is hysterical. I love it. I think it's great.
Because
I
it's
take
all,
credit for that.
all steel, all glass.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take credit for Big Ron.
Big Ron, dude.
Once
Mr. Ron.
Yeah, once the makeover happened, I said it's Big Ron now.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. We're gonna go out, shake that down a little bit after it's steel panels installed and a fresh oil change.
Right.
And then our plan is to run that 100,000 to win all steel all glass race in now Montgomery, Alabama. It wasn't steel,
Yep.
and then we just didn't make it. Didn't have
No,
enough
no,
time.
stop. Why do you have to do that to yourself? It got fucking rained out. That's
It
all
did
you
get
gotta
rained
say.
out.
It did get rained out.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to know that the car wasn't going to be
It
able
was.
to make
I mean, it could have. It just to go all the way down there and looking at rain. I'm like, man, that's fucking long ways to go, and
Yeah.
kind of untested. And who the fuck is calling me? What else is new?
Who is it? Put him on blast.
Nope, not gonna. No, it's just a random number. We're gonna leave it.
We're going to leave
Let
it.
it ride.
Yep.
Let that marinate.
Yeah. I mean, what you guys did in the amount of time, not you guys, what you did in the amount of time that you did it is highly impressive.
I appreciate that.
With
I
a
try.
full-time job.
Yeah.
Not even the full-time job.
Yeah.
What you did to that car and the amount of time you did it is impressive, and then it's insanely impressive the fact that you literally run a fucking body shop full-time also.
Yeah.
So like the fact that it was like whatever, like a set of front shocks away from not making it to
Yeah,
Alabama.
literally. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's not on my radar. It's still impressive.
Yeah.
So you're gonna focus on running that with Gordo.
Yes. Run that. We got Mike Lang's car. We're gonna go back out with that.
Yep.
Sort that out a little more. And try
Both
and-
no time cars,
both
so we
no-time
can't say
cars.
shit
Can't
about
say
them.
shit about 'em.
Right. They're both cool.
Yep. And that's usual shit. Helping Tyler, helping Meatball,
Yep.
helping Brian Chin is allegedly taking the Cadillac out. Finally.
Bro, when, dude?
the cat do
When are we gonna see this caddy?
maybe
dude?
this weekend. That's all he says. He says Friday.
Tyler says never.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, Friday like Cecil?
Allegedly.
Dude.
Allegedly.
Do I have to post this tonight to put him on blast? Yeah? He ain't going to show up, bro. No. He ain't got the heart anymore. Yeah. What'd you say, Tyler? Wow. He said me and Joe busted our ass for nothing. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see.
Dude.
It's not, it doesn't need much. It's not far away.
It hasn't needed much for a long time, though.
I know.
Can we get him motivated?
I'm going to try.
Chin, can we get you outside, brother? That thing is sick, dude.
It's a sick car.
It's so cool.
It's fucking beautiful.
I haven't
Wait
even
to see it in person. It's beautiful.
I cannot fucking wait,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like show car beautiful. Yeah, it's really nice.
Hit me with it straight. Is Gordo a good driver? And he's right. Is he here? Oh shit! I was gonna try to put him on blast.
Yeah, he actually is.
Yeah, I think he is too. Right?
Yeah, he has a remarkable way of getting people to race him. I don't know how. Like nobody wants to go to race, but everyone wants to race him
because he won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
But as far as a driver, the dude, he's the only guy that I've ever gone racing with that he's like, I don't want to make the shakedowns. Hanchi, you make the shakedowns, and I'm just going to get in when it's ready to go. And, like, literally, I will make the test passes, and he'll just get in, put his helmet on, and go out there for the money, and somehow do good. It's crazy.
That's impressive.
It's fucking nuts.
That's impressive.
And I'm like, okay, that's it. This goes against everything that I fucking usually would do, but go ahead. That's how you want to do it. We'll do it.
Whatever you want to do.
He's got his method, and it works for him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited. I hope Big Ron, ASAG Ronnie, gets raced a lot because I'm really into how it sits right now.
Yeah.
And it looks killer, dude.
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, she's a pretty car.
If it ain't fast, at least it'll look good. So yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
We'll get some good pictures of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
All right, quick intermission. We're back with Tyler because Tyler had some shit to talk.
What do I have to say?
I don't know. You were just saying something about a headlock, the racing game, and a headlock.
Yeah. We gotta, Joe's just too humble. He'll never.
What's the problem?
You just gotta, sometimes you gotta puff out your chest. Let these motherfuckers actually, like, perfect example. I didn't know Nova Joe had a Nova. Like, you didn't know anything about the guy a couple months ago.
That is true.
Yeah.
Like, that's the guy.
Okay, so what
That's the guy.
Let's go over the accolades. Let's go over the cars that you own because I don't think I know them all.
I sometimes I don't know them all, to be honest. It's fucking bad.
Go ahead, tell him.
Me tell him?
No, him tell you or everybody.
Let me hear it.
Well, I have my Nova.
So I don't know anything about the Nova.
My high school sweetheart, man.
Okay, what is it?
My first car. I literally drove it to high school.
Sick.
It's a 71 Chevy Nova.
Yep.
Stock suspension. Big block Chevrolet.
Yep.
It's got tailpipes out the back. It's kind of fast.
Big block, turbo 400.
Power glide.
Power glide.
Yeah.
180.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Carbureted
grid.
Carbureted, yeah.
For now.
Grid. For now. got a little. I wasn't burping up my Z4. Got a little HP over for it.
Yeah?
Little Holly action.
You gonna put a little nitrous in it?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had nitrous before. I've had a million combinations throughout the years.
Yeah.
It's had
Leaf spring.
Always leaf spring, but it's had all kinds of nitrous small blocks. And
Okay.
this is the first big block that's ever been in it. It's always had small blocks.
And it's like a copper color.
Yeah, it's
And
like
I know this because you posted a
orange
picture of
copper.
it the other day.
Yeah.
You and your girl.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. What else?
Sick. I have the Dart.
The Dart hot
We've
rod.
seen.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad.
Dart's been here.
Yep.
Don't do that,
Good
bro.
for you.
Shut up, bro.
Good for you. I have my wagon.
I don't know the wagon.
Oh, this is a good one.
60 Chevy Kingswood.
60.
60. 60. Picture an Impala station wagon.
Yeah.
Sick car.
Fins in the back type
Oh, yeah.
deal.
But sideways this way.
Let him keep going.
Fins that way.
Okay.
It's turbo LS steel overdrive.
How
on,
not-
on air.
How nice is the car?
Patina it out.
Sick.
Original paint.
Sick car.
Sick car.
I've never even seen a picture of this motherfucker.
Next time I come up here, I'll drive the motherfucker. Then
No
if
way.
if I don't have to tow a fucking trailer, I'll drive it here.
It sounds like that thing could tow a trailer.
Yeah, probably
probably
could.
can.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Okay, so Nova, wagon, go ahead.
Dart.
Dart. Well, what's the Dart?
Well, the Mopar.
I know, but tell them.
But it's been here.
Yeah, but does that have
It looks like a Duster. It's a 74 Dart Sport. So it's like a Duster in the back and a Dart in the front. It's got a 5.3 turbo deal in it, you know.
Fuel tech,
typical
E85.
Yeah, fuel tech E85, typical no prep fucking ladder bar, big ladder bar guy.
I'm going to tell you a quick story, right? This is how retarded I am. I didn't realize it wasn't a Nova for probably 45 minutes of me sitting in it.
That's amazing.
And I'm
Didn't
like-
even realize it was a Mopar.
And I'm like,
Mopar?
dude, what is this thing?
You don't even know what it is now. What are you
I don't
talking
know
about?
what it is. I have
Everyone
no
thinks
idea.
it's a Duster.
I just know
not.
it's a
Dart
Dodge
Sport.
product, a Mopar product.
Oh, you said Nova.
I thought it was a Nova.
Oh,
They are similar looking.
You're
fucking blind.
because when we went out, I met you for breakfast the morning that we tuned it
Every time.
and so we did that today too.
Yep.
But when we went out, I saw it on the trailer as I entered the diner, and I'm like, oh, he's got a Nova. I'm like, cool.
Sick car. Yeah, cool.
And it took me like an hour of like tuning it, and I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah. What else?
We have I guess I count my father's car, my father's Monte Carlo,
The
the
money.
850 car.
Okay, quick side story, side quest. Okay, Nova Joe, you guys heard him talk about fucking bracket racing.
Yep.
Gay. But
It's fucking fun, dude.
yeah, I bet it is really
a lot
fun.
of fun.
I
Yeah,
bet
it's
it is
gay.
really fun. It's awful to watch. You can't
I get
argue-
it.
Okay, all right.
It's fun for me to watch because I'm into it. But
Okay.
for the average spectator, it's definitely not fun to watch.
Okay, so Nova Joe, baddest dude in drag racing, pro mods,
Easy now.
fucking all
Easy
sorts
now.
of shit, building shit, bad dude, right? And Yellow Bullet last year
Yep.
rolls around and he goes, you know what, dude? I'm gonna enter 850.
This is, yeah, he probably said that 2 days before Yellow Bullet.
Right.
Yeah.
Showed-
I hadn't run 850 in a couple of years.
And then you showed up and won it.
I did.
How many cars are in it?
A lot. 60. I think there was 67 or 68 qualifying for a 32 car field. It's fucking hard to qualify there.
That's where the term beat this guy's dick off came from.
He was saying it every round in front of the person I was going to race. Like before we got in the cars, he made sure he said it loud enough
So they heard him.
can hear it. Yeah.
Like, yo, this dude's about to beat my dick literally off, bro. What the fuck, man? Who are these guys?
No, I
dude,
can't stop
wow.
saying it because it's like good luck.
Dude, it is
good.
good.
Fucking
It's
sick.
it's so funny. I said so when Miller was on one, he did one of these podcasts. I said it. I was like, yeah, we beat the dick straight off that dude. And if you go back in that podcast and you zoom in onto his face when I said it, you can just tell he was just like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah. I fucked up with how I wanted to start this whole thing because I just totally forgot.
Oh, well,
I wanted to start off by saying that probably besides Miller, I'm the only guy on here that was never a fucking Honda guy. I'm not an import guy. Never was.
All right, man.
Never.
Listen.
I know it's fucking Pride Month, but I was never a fucking Honda guy.
goddamn.
Not never.
God damn.
Although I feel like I might be a Honda guy now because I got Honda guys want me to work on their
Yeah,
stuff.
you do. Yeah, you do. I never wanted to talk about any of that stuff.
Yeah,
all
I
right?
can't tell.
Yeah,
The fucking guys spent hours talking about it.
Dude had a Honda guy show up today.
that's true. That's facts. That is facts.
Yeah.
I don't think I've. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Let's
But anyway,
just move on.
so he won Yellow Bullet.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
He won. What do you want? Radio vs. World.
And we went over that 2017.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
Yep.
He has X275. Always winning with that.
Have you ever won an X275 championship?
No. I won a race at Cecil County, like a streetcar shootout deal,
Sick.
but never a championship or anything. Yep.
So we got Pro Mod Racing, X275, no prep or street race. Not a big street racing guy, but he is.
Yeah.
He's always
I enjoy
there.
it.
He's always there.
I'm always there.
He's
I'm always there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm fucking under people's cars in a suit.
Yep.
Yeah. You are. A Honda.
Turning bars.
Honda.
Yeah.
Honda. No,
It
you
was a
guys not a
Honda.
Honda guy.
No.
What else? He was
If
multiple.
it's rear wheel drive, I'm into it. I'm
Yeah.
good with it. I don't fuck with front wheel drives. I don't know the first thing about them.
I agree with you.
I don't care what it is. If it's got some type of ECU I'm familiar with and it's got a rear suspension I'm familiar with, I'll figure it out.
Right.
It's just power management at that point. I'm guessing that you have to
So
figure it out.
let's just go over it. So I have a customer. His name is Bari. We call him Bari. You guys, the internet might know him as Batman. He's got an S2000 with a
Whoa. Keep your voice down. Not yet.
what?
He's got some business to attend.
What do you mean?
He's got some business to attend to. He can't be having his shit out there right now.
Oh, this is gonna be a week before it goes out. Well, whatever, dude. Shut the fuck up, man. It's just
This is why grudge racing's dead.
it's a Turbo K series.
Yeah.
It's on Fuel Tech. It's a cool little car.
Yep.
It needs chassis
It
help.
just needs a little help. That's
Dude,
all.
everybody's seen the videos of like the thing just like hitting the parachute mount in the middle of the street, right?
And almost taking out his whole
Hitting
rig.
his own trailer.
He almost hits his own trailer.
Sick.
Right? So it finally found its way down to Nova, Joe, and Tyler, and they're gonna get the chassis straightened out. And that's really what the car needed.
No they. I scammed Joe on that one.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
okay.
100%.
It's okay.
He hits me up in the middle of, it was like nighttime. He's like, yo, I'm thinking about doing this. When's a good day to do this?
Something sounds like a hot rod out there.
Is there a
dude.
hot rod outside?
Yeah.
Definitely. Not bad. As long as it's not
A Honda?
No, it's not a Honda. That
as long as it's
motherfucker.
not a burgundy fucking Monty. We're all right.
Exactly.
Yeah, see you
He's
later.
leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he hits me up, and it was raining. It's going to rain all week. I said, yo, the only day you got is like today. And he's like, oh, I'll call you right back. Calls me back 15 minutes later. It's already like 8 o'clock. He's like, yo, I'm on my way. I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me know when you're an hour out. He's like, all right. Dude, he hits me up. Yo, I'm like an hour out. I'm like, fuck. Joe's on his way
Man,
back
calls
from
his
his. Yeah, he did. But I'll help. I don't
No,
care.
it's okay. It's
So
fine.
Joe's on his way back from his engagement photo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just
Session.
wedding pictures. or
Yeah,
whatever,
wedding pictures. So we had to go to the shop.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Even though you're not married yet. But
Not yet.
So he had to drop his car off at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right.
you're going to get them.
Joe, you going to be at the shop? Yeah, I think so. All right. I got this guy coming. He wants to, he needs help testing. This guy rolls up fucking Dolo.
Yeah.
Love
Just
it.
fucking sick.
Love it.
Which
Guy's trying
is
to go racing.
Yep.
Right.
So I pull up there and he's unloading the car. Joe's in his Sunday's best. Got the I don't even know what the dress pants on, white
Got the
shirt,
fucking slacks on, dude.
Right.
and he's chilling. Joe's always good. You got to get him on a good day though.
Yeah.
I guess that day was a good day.
Yeah, it was all right.
So he goes, the car's sick. So he goes, makes a hit, and the thing's just junk.
Right.
Comes back to the parking lot. Pull up. All of a sudden, Joe's just like silent. That's when you know Joe's about to do some shit.
That's when you know my wheels are turning.
Dead
Thinking.
silent. He goes and starts walking to the shop. Barry looks at me. I look at him. I said, "Oh, he's angry now." Rolls the door up, takes his Nova out. Come on in.
The Nova Joe edit is how he
That's it.
refers to it.
Uh-huh.
And it made progress right away.
Yeah, it did.
Oh yeah.
But you identified that it had some pretty big issues,
Yes.
and you're going to get it taken care
We
of.
got it squared away.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
No. It's
Should be
going to... It's.
It'll be a big deal, but it's not a big deal. How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
It'll make a big change, but it's
Yes.
not a big change.
Right.
That's all.
Not a lot of work, but a lot of
A
return.
lot of reward.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Okay. Wait. So, well, we got way fucked off on
know.
this.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We're not even done talking about his cars.
No,
that-
now we evolved into what he's working on,
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
which is everything. The guy's
Everything.
just a jack of all trades, master of
None.
98 of them.
Some
Yeah.
of them.
98% of them.
Some.
No, he's pretty good. And
If you think about it, there's not a car that this guy has touched or is involved with that's not successful.
Yeah, I agree. Nova Joe is amongst only a few people that I feel no type of way when they get into like the tune-up portion. Like we've worked together on a lot of cars, right? Yeah. I have no like oh, Barry was just like, oh, Nova Joe was helping. I'm like, good. Like, get him in that ECU. Right. You know what I mean? Like I have
some fucking jerk off is in here.
Dude, because, and it happens, right? They're like, oh, I had some fucking dildo A and dildo B fucking helping me.
They said it was all fucked off.
Yeah, they said this thing's a pile of shit. I'm like, fuck me.
Maybe they're just fucking dumb.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's more than likely the story, right? Yeah. So it is refreshing, you know, to have somebody like that, especially on the island.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's good. And like, even with your fucking dart, dude, you would like send me logs. And I'm like, yeah, man, maybe turn it up a little bit. Yeah, you know, like I got nothing for you. This thing's pretty dialed in, right?
Yeah, thing's sick.
And you helped Tyler with Trick Bag.
Yeah.
And that thing's kind of recently
fucking
hot.
Last time
rod.
we were on here, I think it was a piece of shit.
The last time it was on, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was crying the blues. Usually he's crying the blues.
I always am.
Well, you never fix the coil wiring.
Junk.
Well, definitely not. It's definitely not misfiring.
Yeah, because we turned the dwell down.
No, I turned it down. You had it up. But it's not misfiring.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think he came up with it first.
Okay. So
that's fair.
Yeah,
it's fair.
Yeah, don't misfire.
He's not an idiot.
But I'll tell you what.
He's fucking dumb, but he's not an idiot. How's that sound?
I do dumb shit.
Or vice versa. Maybe he's... Maybe.
I tell people this all the time. For some reason, you come up often for people that come in the door, right? And they're like, what about that fucking Tyler Noboost guy? And I'm like, okay, hold on. Let's stop right there. He's a fucking jerk off on the internet, right? I don't even like him. But I'm telling you, he's a decent dude.
He's all right.
He's all right.
Yeah.
And he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
And they go, every time it's like, really? He seems like a fucking asshole. I'm like, well, he is.
No, yeah, 100%.
Let's not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I'm only an asshole because I just want to race.
First of all, you're a lot better. You're not so much of an asshole anymore.
Because now I could race at the track and on the street.
Yeah,
I think I mellowed him out a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I reined him in a little bit.
You want to know? Because I don't want to make him look bad when I'm the asshole.
Right.
Because then guilty by association.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's up here, and I'm just a fucking.
Yeah. You're just a fucking a peasant, as we like to say.
Exactly.
Oh man. Are you gonna go ever pro mod racing again? Do you have any ambition of like putting a car together or anything like that?
I would imagine so. I don't have.
Why? That makes it sound like you already got something in the works.
Well, I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Oh shit! I don't even know about this.
I don't know, to be honest. Sick. I don't even know, which is cool.
He wants to.
So, I intend on it.
Can you answer me this? Would it be your own program or for someone else?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't have a good answer for you.
Okay.
I don't have a good answer.
But the ambition is to get back into a pro car.
100%.
Yeah. Is it pro mod that you want?
100%.
What is it about it? You want a championship or you just want to race pro mods?
It's the most fun shit I've ever driven.
No shit.
Yeah.
And you've driven a lot of them, so that
big tire stuff is fun, dude.
As long as you don't keep turning the wheel.
Yeah.
Don't put your boy out on blast like that. Or hold his foot on the brake.
I can't drive.
Or
hold his foot on
trying to do a burn rubber down the whole track or something.
That wasn't my fault.
Breaking it.
Not my fault.
Well,
we won't get too far into that. That's not my fault. But it happens.
No, it wasn't your fault.
Nothing a 2x4 couldn't fix.
A little 2x4 got that shit mint.
A little blocker plate.
A little blocker plate, dude.
There's no plate. Just 2x4.
The heel gets you every time when you got a size 13, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
it
get
happens.
it. Yeah, I just remember very vividly you guys were struggling with whatever car, right? And I remember leaving VMP.
Yep.
And I remember Nova Joe was deep in the parking lot alone.
You got to do it sometimes.
And I remember I'm driving, I think I was in a rental or something. I'm like, is that fucking Joe?
Yep. And
I pull up and I'm like, yo, man, what's going on? And you were just like really beating yourself up. And I really felt for you. You're like, dude, I don't know if I'm fucking this up, if the car's fucked up. And I felt for you that day.
You got to reflect on yourself sometimes.
Dude,
sometimes
I mean?
You can't always just be like, I'm the best. I mean, you can tell yourself you're the best, but you got to realize that you make fucking mistakes.
It was just tough to see somebody that you care about in that position.
It's tough seeing someone that.
Yeah, of course I care about you.
It's tough seeing someone that.
I talk to you enough. How can I not? Goddamn.
It's tough seeing someone that can literally beat all their dicks off, no diddy, and just struggling like that for something out of his control. That's what sucked.
Well, I mean, and at the time, we probably have to air the whole thing out now. Can we? No, should we not? It wasn't really anybody's fault.
No, I know. I
Just the brake pedal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So I'll go over
It didn't
it.
have a foot box. That's all it was,
Okay.
right?
So Joe was racing a pro mod for Fletcher.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get the car to really make consistent laps. That's the moral of that story, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, when you get into a situation like that, right? When everything seems to appear to be right? You have the budget, you've got the right people in place, everything's going great, whatever, and you're struggling with a car. Sometimes you start to, you know, maybe blame or you know, start to argue amongst yourselves, right? And what happened was, you know, the attention got turned to Joe, the driver, like, hey man, are you just fucking this deal up? And Joe, as a decorated driver, was like, I really don't think so. Right. And this goes on for a while. And eventually I think it just came to a head. How did it
never really came to a head?
How did it get figured out?
It got figured out when
So the GoPro.
we were at the GoPro. Yeah, it's weird because like we'd have a GoPro and like we'd have a GoPro facing like my feet because it felt like the car was going down the track with the brakes on. And I'm like, oh, maybe I can't get my feet out of the way.
Oh, wait. So you had an inclination that it was literally dragging
Only
the brakes?
like the race leading up to when we actually figured it out.
Yep.
And if you watch the video, like I'm like, man, maybe I'm not getting my foot out of the way, but it looks like the brake pedal never really came back. I just never really realized it. But I'm like, you can't tell in the video. I know my foot was out of the way. Like my foot was out. Like I had the shit flung out of the way. Like I've never had this problem in my life. You know what I mean? Like I've driven some shit.
Right.
And but like you see the brake pedal not come back. I'm like, man, my foot's got to be on it. The bitch. I'm like, I don't understand what the hell's going on here. Like maybe whatever. So get to the next race, whatever. I'm trying to remember how we exactly got there, but the moral to the story is I literally suited it. Like we're like, fuck it, we're gonna see what's going on here. Yep. I literally suited up, got in the car, and the guy at the time who was tuning the car was like, fucking do exactly what you stage, exactly how you stage, like as best you can, you know? And I'm in the car's not running. I'm like I'm bumping in, hit the trans brake, put it to the floor, take my foot off the brake, and my foot is this far away from the brake pedal and it's on the floor. It never moves. Well, my heel, there was no like the pedal, the pedal assembly for the brake pedal, you know, like on a pro car, it has the piece of tube on like two rollers, and it's got the pedal over here, and then it has two tabs which pushes the brake rod because the master is out on the firewall but on the lower rail, you know, it's down low.
Right.
Well, those two tabs stick up and they're right under the gas pedal. To fit me in the car without moving the steering column and shit at the time, they took the floor out of the car. Whoever fit me in the car, the shop, it's not anybody's fault.
It's not
what it is.
fault.
Yeah. It's just there was a whole false floor because the guy who used to drive the car before I did was 5'5".
Right.
Literally. So there was a whole false floor like this tall.
That would have covered all that.
Yeah, it was all like, you know, like a dimple dyed piece of aluminum all bolted in.
Right.
So we took that out. That's all good to go. But the problem is not realizing that those two tabs are right under the gas pedal. And when your foot is to the floor, your heel holds those tabs down.
Because you're on the brake and the throttle on the trans brake.
Yep. And when you let go of the foot brake, the pedal never really comes back.
Because of the pedal's
Because you're to the floor.
It would have like 70 pounds of pressure, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
And then like we always, because the pressure was always weird and inconsistent, so we just kind of, and maybe it's our own fault, ruled it out that the sensor has to be faulty.
The brake pressure sensor, you're saying.
Has to be,
right.
yeah.
Because you're seeing a little bit of brake pressure. Now, those pressure sensors go up to like 1,500 pounds.
Yeah. Well,
so to see 70, you're like, that's like a tenth of a volt.
Yeah.
Right? So like...
So we figured it out, and I literally took a 2x4 and screwed it to the floor, so just to raise my foot up, and it was all gone. And then I made something nice afterwards, obviously.
Right.
But,
so what was going on with the car? What would happen to the car when the situation was happening?
Like, dude, it would go out and hang the front end, and when the front tires would land, it would like smoke the front tires, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
remember that picture?
Yeah, dude. Like, sometimes I see it happen to some people, but I was told like an airplane touching down, but I'm like, this motherfucker would smoke the front tire when they landed. Like,
and then the car would get crazy.
Yeah.
Because you can't do shit like that.
It just makes it inconsistent. It's just another variable.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not going to clamp the same every time, you know? I don't know.
Well, you got to figure it out.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
And then did the car make good laps after that?
Not really, but there was
The damage was already
things.
done.
Yeah. There's just other things going on.
What do you mean?
No, just, I don't think, how can I don't want to say too much without.
I think it gets a little dicey from here, right?
Yeah, I just don't think that.
It was easy to blame Joe for everything.
No, it's not that. It's just, and I'm not at all saying that about Fletcher. Not one bit.
Right.
We're all good. Great. Nothing like that.
Fletcher's not a part of this conversation.
Not at all.
Right. Probably your biggest advocate in this situation.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I just think that maybe whoever was working on the car at the time, they were not really chassis tuners to figure out why the car now with all this, without having crazy brake pressure, maybe it's a different car now. And, maybe it needed.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Without,
I really wasn't understanding what you were going,
Yeah.
but I think I know exactly what you're saying now. Now that they don't have something to blame, they can't figure out why the car's a pile of shit.
I guess so. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Right. And then that eventually ended up where that car just got parked.
Yeah.
Because,
which I get it.
Yeah. I mean, how long are you going to struggle with the car until you're like, we got to change something?
I get it, dude.
Yeah, I get it.
I never one time was like, wow, I just, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to go racing at that level.
It sure
and to struggle for, I think it was maybe a couple seasons.
Yeah. 2 seasons.
It was
1.5 seasons.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But at one point, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it is what it is. We had our time. We had our moments where it ran good, and it is what it is. What are you going to do?
That car's gone now?
Yeah, it got sold.
Yep. Parted out and sold or turnkey?
No, it was sold rolling.
Yep. Damn.
It's racing today.
Yeah, who has it now?
A different color and shit. I don't.
Yeah, okay. Fuck it.
But it's out there. It's racing.
Cool.
Yep.
Making good laughs?
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to bring up about Nova Joe before we go? Because I got a glizzy and no gag reflex.
Nice.
I'm joking. Goddamn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you just got to catch him on a grudge day when he...
Dude,
that guy,
I can't.
He can't help himself.
I can't.
It's so
you know
funny.
what? And I've had this conversation.
Wait. What are we talking about?
I've had this conversation with Miller before.
Okay.
That like I'll go up there and I'm on the starting line and I'm like, okay, if we go out and we win, I'm gonna keep it together.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like a normal person.
Yeah.
When the wind light turns on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna humbly walk off the starting line.
Okay.
And then the wind light turns on and I'm on the other side of the track, screaming in people's faces.
No,
you got fucking junk. Get that shit out of here. I can't stop.
No,
I can't not do it.
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, because I've talked, like, I remember Miller telling me, like, man, he's like, I go up there and, final round, and I'm telling myself, I'm not going to be, it's like, and then the wind light turns on and I'm a fucking idiot. I'm fucking cheering and I can't turn it off. Same way, except I'm
Animal.
on the other side of the racetrack.
Is it bad?
Joe is going to get us in a fight one night.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know this.
I don't want to do it.
I need video evidence of this.
Yo,
is there video of this?
Yeah, go on my the video of me giving that guy 5 in the break. You can see Joe over there fucking barking. He got a suit on and everything, barking at everybody.
Stop it, dude.
When we were supposed to race Big Power 3 weeks ago, whatever, right? They're
Yeah.
playing games, all this shit. I make a test pass.
Which car are you in?
Scrappy.
Yeah.
Make a test pass, decent pass. Here in the video, that's why this is our fucking road. Yeah. Yelling at these guys. They're silent. You hear Joe talking shit to this guy.
And they're not, it's just a test pass.
Yeah, they don't say anything back.
Poor guy's got his flywheel with like one tooth on it. They're trying to turn the motor with a jackhammer.
Yeah, the wrong way, by the way. That's why I didn't start.
Yeah.
Fucking dummies.
It was painful to watch.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you guys don't have anything other than a jackhammer. Whatever.
But they're spinning the motor, like trying to get because I guess it had a couple missing teeth, but they're spinning the motor the wrong way.
Right. They're going into the problem, not away from the problem.
So every time they go like 2 fucking pushes,
Then I realize when they turn the key, it's immediately getting off the teeth. You got to go the other way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You got to get past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other way. So you have 3/4 of the flex
Right.
plate,
Yeah,
not
not fucking
3 teeth.
2 teeth.
Right. So you have 80 teeth.
Go,
Instead of,
you know that death sound.
Yep.
Zzz.
Oh,
You're like, fuck.
yeah.
Oh man.
Every
That
time.
I didn't know this about you, Joe.
Animal.
Dude, that's sick.
Animal.
Oh, so now I really want to be there.
That's
for
why
Ron.
I really want to win. Like for especially when Joe's there, because I watch the videos and I'm like, that's my guy. That's how you can know that's your fucking guy.
Right, right. Yeah, when they get that hyped.
Yeah.
Are you running down the track a little bit?
No, you can't do that.
I can't
Okay.
do that.
No,
Yeah.
that's a party foul.
That's where we draw the line.
Party draw the
foul.
line.
I've never wanted to run that much in my
Not
life.
even one. I don't want to run ever.
Party
Ever.
foul. You want to know why? It's because like you can't. There's
It's the walk of shame when the other wind light turns on, and
Yeah,
now you're at the 80-foot clock, and now you gotta.
Yeah.
Well, there is no 80. You know, you're 80 feet down the racetrack, and you gotta walk back looking stupid.
Looking
like
dumb
no,
as fuck.
no matter
Yeah.
who it is in those videos that we see running down the track, there's at least that video's getting sent to 15 of my friends. We're all making fun of them.
Yeah,
no
100%.
matter who it is. I don't care who it is.
We just gotta start putting a blast on the internet.
Win or lose, you run down the track, you're a fucking homo.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I never understood it. I try not to. It's hard to cover up the emotion, dude.
You can't.
It's fucking hard.
That's how I know
bro.
I fucking
I don't
love
think
this
you.
shit.
I don't think you should though, because we're not trying to turn drag racing political. Fuck, talk your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
agree.
think. Can you? Who's fucking? Are you
I
fucking?
think
not
it's me, dude.
Oh, is it?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's a political thing. I always
It's Tyler.
It's Tyler.
It probably was. Me.
Bergen
Bergen out.
Yeah, dude. You give him a little bit of a C4, it's over.
Autism
Dude.
Anonymous over here.
Yeah, dude. I get emotional too, and like I don't know, man. I get more bummed out than I get excited. I don't know. Yeah, dude. It's fucking. That's what we're there for.
Yeah.
That feeling that you're fucking talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Is why we're fucking there.
We're gonna have one
100%.
tonight, maybe. Hopefully.
With who?
That
Whose
same-
dick are you gonna beat off?
That same faggot from 3 weeks ago.
I don't know if you could say the fucking. I might have to bleep that. I don't know if you could say that.
Well, if you bleep it, can you put like the way I type it, like the FA goat?
I can try.
Oh my god.
I can try.
So yeah, big power.
Yeah.
Homo.
Why, you don't like him?
He talks crazy online, but in person, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah. No. Not at
He's
all.
not
Nice
a
guy.
bad guy. In he was talking all this money stuff.
Dude, Tyler tried so bad to bump this
Yeah,
guy
he
out,
got
and
me.
it just backfired.
He got me.
So they roll up.
Wait, hold on. So he's talking wild in my messages,
Yeah.
and I'm already talking to the guy like I'm racing. He's just a fucking. I don't even know. I don't even know. So he comes, oh, well, any amount of money you can come up with, we're going to match. I want your money. I want to spread your money over the trunk. I live for this day, this, that, the other thing. So I'm like, all right, no problem. So the kid comes over. Kid's cool as fuck. His name's Rich. Cool kid. No issues. Big power comes over. He's a little quiet. So I'm like, damn, this already starting off on a bad foot. So the kid goes, all right, oh, big power. Oh, all right. How much you want to race for? Like 1,000, 1,500? I look at him. I'm like, we have like $7,000 up already. And he like stopped in his
Remember,
tracks.
Tyler's full of shit. We had $0.
Yeah, we didn't
Zero.
even. Yeah. So he's like stopped in his tracks, and he's like, "Well, I thought this was supposed to be fun." And we're all like, "What's more fun than taking your money?"
Right.
So he's like, "Oh, well,
It's just the two of us.
yeah, it's just the two of us." I'm like, I don't care. You told me to come up with as much money as we can, so we're gonna do that. And he's like, "All right, well, I guess we'll go for like $5,000." And we're like, "All right, that's cool." And he's like, "All right," walks away. I look around. I'm like, I guess we got to come up with $5,000.
Who won?
They had fucking major.
Was
Good
that the
start.
The
The
flywheel
flywheel
issue.
deal.
Yeah.
Got it. No punk out money.
No, he actually. That's why I like Rich. It sucks because I like Rich. I'll race him any day of the week, but I want Big Power's money. I don't want Rich's money. I want Big Power's car, Big Power's money.
Yeah.
And it just sucks I have to get it through Rich. I told him, I said, yo, this has nothing to do with you, but this one's going to sting.
Doesn't who's big? What's his name? Chris, right?
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, he's got cars. Why isn't he racing?
He calls me out with him, and then I say, I accept, and he goes, oh, well, I don't street race.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, sure,
it makes,
whatever.
I don't get it.
Right. All right.
But yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of
about
here. You guys have a nice long ass ride home.
Hopefully
do.
not. It's not going to be too long.
I'm fucking tired.
At least fucking 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else that we got to cover? We've like done the outro on this thing like 6 times already.
Well,
Yeah.
Joe street raced one time.
Who?
Yeah, I got my dick beat in.
I know that's
Yeah.
Joe,
Yo,
dickhead.
Joe-
Who?
Oh, he was in a shootout. He got
Yeah.
the ultimate one-liner on him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was good.
What?
I wish I could have heard it.
Yo. So we have we have the same people always with all of our cars, right?
Yeah.
So in Jersey, when you race, you have to stay up top. I don't even know what the hell happened.
Yeah, you got to stay up top.
I was like with my car, but I was down low, but I didn't want to interrupt like his program because he's a bracket racer, and these bracket racer guys they do everything on their own.
Yeah, they have a schedule.
But like when me and him test, it's like me, him, his girl, or my girl. It's us three, and we're helping, and we already know what to do. We don't even need to talk to each other.
Right.
So I guess his girl wanted to do it, but she was doing a good job. And then one of our other buddies, and I'm just sitting back, so I don't want to get him flustered because I know I hate that, and I know he would. So one of his other buddies grabs the wheel, and he was so fucking jerked off.
Sometimes it's just too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
What are you talking about? Backing them up
Backing
after the
them
burnout.
up. After the burnout. So it was.
What are you in?
My dart.
The dart.
Hot rod.
Yeah.
So I'm like I'm like in the spectator side, right?
Yeah.
And Joe's driving by me backwards, all jerked off, and I'm like, "Fuck, man!" And then I hear a spectator go, "Huh? Must be easier to back up a pro mod."
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a fucking good one, dude.
I said, "Damn."
Got your boy, bro.
Yeah, you can't. It's just a good one.
Yeah.
You can't defend his honor. You sit and
I
say
know.
shit.
I let him fucking
That's a good
flounder for like another 7 seconds. Then I got in there,
Right.
and then he was
Smoked the tire immediately.
It was one of those doomed
White smoke.
from day one.
How did you
smoked him.
smoke the tires in Jersey,
He was the only car to do it.
Only car.
bro? That shit is like
You're telling me.
that's the fastest roads I've ever seen in my
I
life.
must have had about 400 pine needles on my tires, I'm guessing.
because you were just
Dude, it
all
was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
It is what it is.
We go to Calverton, right? Car makes killer passes. Probably one of the top 5 fastest cars there. His
No
car.
shit.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Got that thing on rails. We're doing some bullshit shootout.
Car sucks.
Goes up, fucking let's go to the trans brake button. The thing's in the wall.
White smoke. It changed nothing.
What the
The
fuck?
test pass before that, the thing's flying.
We can't put a drive shaft curve in this thing.
Out there is all
I don't
fucked
know.
up.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know, dude.
Dude, he guy comes back.
I got a better handle on it now.
fucking hate this car. Whack, put a dent in the back.
Yeah.
I mean that don't matter.
I took my Hans off and I was like,
This
wow.
car.
that thing's.
Yeah, it's fuck, you don't even notice it.
Where did you even find that fucking car?
I got it from a buddy of mine. Yeah.
I've never seen one of those before.
Yeah, it's unique. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
I seen one drive red and black like yours driving down the road from my shop. Actually, I'm like, holy shit! Look at that.
Dude, I've never seen one before, ever.
It was.
She's all right.
Dude, when he first got it, it had like a 340 in it. The thing
sounded
sounded
like
like
it
an
went-
8-second car.
Oh, yeah, it sounded sick.
sounded rowdy.
Ridiculous.
Oh, it was a hot rod when you got it.
Yeah, but it went fucking
No, nothing
1090.
like nothing
you know?
like it is. Like it didn't. It was all stock shit. But it
Right.
had a front end in it or some
Yeah,
bullshit.
it went like
AJ
fucking
front end.
1090.
Because it was like a torsion bar car at
Sure
first.
was.
Is it still? It's not still torsion bar.
No, it's got struts in it now.
That would
Got
be
Mustang shit in the front.
That'd be gangster shit if it was
No.
torsion bar in the front.
He tried
Smart.
leaving it and until it almost killed him every time he raced it on the street a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah, it was not great, the front end.
Yeah.
You had a turbo LS with torsion bar front end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just joking. You're a
No, it's
psycho.
sick. It's
No,
rear
it would-
steer and everything.
Yo, it would be fucking sick. But the second he let off, the thing's like, wah!
It just it had too much bump steer.
yeah, it would be sick.
Yeah.
Sick. He lets off the gas, he's dying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Every
it was
time.
tough.
You
It was
can't lift
sporty
without a
up top.
parachute.
Oh, it was sporty up top. Let me tell you that.
That's
I mean, it was
gnarly.
good till you let off the throttle. It had wicked bump steer.
Yeah.
Because I had a ton of usual shit.
Yeah.
But now it's a lot better.
That is fucking
Way more
good.
better.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, I'm glad you came on, Tyler.
See?
Is there anything else before we go?
What else can we talk about, old Nova Joe, about?
We've been on for an hour and a half. Let me make sure it's still recording.
It'd be sick.
Your phone's probably dead.
It's plugged in. Oh, we're Gucci.
Yeah, I see that.
What else
You got
can we
your little
talk
anal
about?
bead stand up there.
Dude, it literally
it's
looks like
crazy.
anal beads.
I know.
Yeah, it
So that's why I call it an anal bead stand.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
Oh, here. All right. This is the after dark version. Hide your kids.
yo, when Gordo rolled in with that,
Oh my God, dude! I didn't even know.
I don't even know how it brought. Yo,
Were you in on it?
No.
I knew nothing of this.
He was genuinely hyped about this. Dude, this kid fucking shows up. He's got a vibrator and a pair of panties.
It comes with this weed you buy.
And it comes with the, and he's like showing it to us. For a moment there, I was like, oh, like he must have already done this skit with them, and now they're fucking with me.
I know nothing. I've never seen.
Bro,
this
he's like next to me showing.
like
and I'm
he's
like,
selling
Gordo,
it.
get the fuck away from me.
Yeah,
dude.
like he's selling it. Yo, look, it vibrates. Has 4 different modes.
He's
and
like,
you
yo,
can pulse
feel it,
Yeah.
feel it, and he's like handing it to you. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, where
bro?
was this thing, dude? I don't want to touch that fucking thing.
Yeah, he's like, it's brand. He told me it was brand new like 6 times.
Yeah.
And I respect that, right?
Yeah.
You just, but
Well, hold on. Did you verify it was brand new?
I mean, I didn't smell
Give
it.
it the
You
sniff
have to
test.
smell it.
gotta
You
give it
have
the
to.
sniff test.
You fucking give it a lick, like it's fucking used, dude. No, I tried not to touch it.
Yeah.
I touched it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I'm bringing it home to my girl. 100%.
Why do you have it,
Yeah, it's on your toolbox.
dude? What the fuck? It's a place of business, man. This is a serious
dog.
operation
You're
here.
gonna see some shit tonight, Joe.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck?
It's great.
No.
Sick.
All right, we're going. I'm going.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
Later.